Hi everyone, I am so excited to do a demonstration with y'all where we dive in specifically with the exercises that we do in the Parkinson's focus class, especially the voice part. I understand that some of you may not have a background in speech language pathology, and I wanted you to feel confident with this section because I feel that this can be the one where someone who doesn't have that background might feel the most uncomfortable or nervous. So I want to do it where with this video, roughly 5 to 10 minutes, we'll see how it goes if I do more. I want to give you the feedback that I give the group and the types of cues and prompts and the education piece, so that way you can share it with your groups and also model how it's done. So let's begin. With the Parkinson's group, I tend to let them know that the reason we practice these voice exercises is because it's not necessarily that Parkinson's makes our voice weaker. It's that we're not using our muscles to their fullest capacity. So then they start to lose strength because we're not using them the way that we should be using them. So we talk about using the intentional motor system, so that way we can bypass the automatic motor system. So I know that's a lot at once, and you don't have to get too heavy, and the more you use this education, the easier it gets. But essentially, speech is a fine motor task, and it's something that we don't think about in that way. And it's an automatic motor task. So some other automatic motor tasks would be speech, swallowing, walking. Oh my gosh, there's so many. And with Parkinson's, with the impairment at the basal ganglia and getting the dopamine, it can make those automatic tasks more challenging. So that's why we see the freezes. Speech characteristics tend to be that soft, monotone, mumbled quality. So whenever we bypass and use intent, so we say it like we mean it, we say it like we're the boss, we might pick a part in the room and send our voice there. It helps make it easier. We're bypassing that. So we're switching from it being an automatic task to an intentional task, which makes it easier for our body to produce. So you can use that kind of language and find it in a way that fits you and your style, but it kind of explains the why behind this. So a lot of common prompts and cues that I might give the group is say it like you mean it, say it like you're the boss, say it like you're in charge, like send it like you're throwing your voice to the other side of the room. And usually giving those vision references like other side of the room or to different people really helps with that idea of intent and projection. Now I will say some words that you would want to avoid using with this group is saying like scream it, say it loud, you can, but I even like to avoid that. But the idea is we don't want to put strain on the vocal folds. We want them to use intent and project without harming them. So whenever I'm giving that kind of education, that's what I share with the group. It's the idea of projecting forward, not forcing it where there's any type of pain. So I let them know if you feel any discomfort or pain, pull back a little bit, it's okay. So one of the foundational exercises that we do is the sustained Oz. And I'm gonna model what that looks like and kind of talk about it too. So I usually count the group down and I'll just say, all right, we're gonna start with the sustained Oz. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, go. And might hold my hand up so they see the cue. So it's almost like you get to channel your inner choir teacher. So might say, ah, and do like a little wipe so the group knows. And the reason I like to point open, and I'll tell them like open, big, jaw, project, those kind of description words are what you want to use. So pointing to your chin to show big, over exaggerating it, kind of letting them know like, wow, you've got big open mouths, that's great, that kind of feedback. Or like, I think you could do it, open your mouth a little bit bigger, send it more forward. Like if you feel you're over exaggerating, you're probably doing it right. So that's the type of description I'll use. Again, avoiding things like scream, and I'd rather them have a good quality, shorter duration. So typically we'll hold it like 10-ish seconds. I used to count, but now I just kind of feel the vibe of the group. And I always tell them it's better if you do a 5-second one, but it's good quality and you're projecting it. That's so much better than straining 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and it's coming out, not with the best quality. So again, quality over that duration. So that's that one. The next exercise that we do often are called the pitch glides. I will say these are not a crowd favorite usually. Sometimes we even skip them, but the reason we do them and the idea behind it is that with Parkinson's, our speech can get monotone, and the pitch glides help practice that control, and also it gives like notes and variety to our speech so it doesn't sound monotone. So we glide up, we stop, and then we glide down. So I'll use my hands to kind of show, what it looks like, and I'll verbally cue it too. And I usually lead it in with the group where I'll say, okay, we're gonna hold the ah just like we did before. So it is natural to scaffold it where we do the ahs and then the pitch glides, so they have that reference. And I'll say, all right, so now for the pitch glides. So we start holding that ah, mouth stays big and open. We're gonna have it go up, we're gonna stop, and then have it go down. Okay, let's see how I model this. This one always makes me nervous, but I'm gonna do it. All right, so we open big and ah, we stop. Ah. See, I'm not even perfect all the time too. And with your group, you can either laugh it off, show it, it's not perfect. We're not here trying to be professional singers. We're trying to add the notes and that control. Usually we'll do a few of these. Again, I feel the vibe of the room, and if people are enjoying it or not and challenging themselves, then we do more. But the idea is you hold the ah, you glide up, you stop, and then you glide down. So we did the sustained ahs. Those are the pitch glides. Another common exercise that we do is like through a connected with the may, me, my, mo, moo. So it goes may, me, my, mo, moo. Now this one, the reason we do it is the M sound is one of the more forward sounds in our mouth. So it's that idea of sending it forward and then doing the different vowels and the connected, our vocal folds are moving in a different way than the other ones. So this one, we might do a couple of them. I've even played around with doing different combinations in the front. So here, I'll show you the traditional one. And this is one that's familiar with Speak Out, where at the beginning they do the M sound, and then at the end it's the K and the G sound for the back. So it's, again, may, me, my, mo, moo. La. And I probably could have stretched it more, but I was excited to get on. But again, the reason we do that is to send our voice forward. All right, the next thing that I wanted to talk about is the contrast practice, which is another big piece of what we do in VoiceFit. Now, to scaffold this, the easier would be if we just did it in words, and then phrases, and then to sentences. So what it looks like is a level 1 is a whisper. So if it's at the word level, so that would be more easy, and the word is, let's just say, voice. So level 1 would be voice. So we'd be whispering. Level 2 would be at a conversational level. So it would be voice. And then you see where I'm going? Level 3 will be when you say it with intent and you say it like you mean it and you're projecting it. So the loudest volume. So it would be voice. So whenever we do these little games, we try to make it playful, where I might hold like a 1 or shout at 2, 3. So usually with this, I get the group familiar, where we do a lot of practice, where we'll do, all right, guys, we're gonna do all of this at a level 1. I say it, then you say it. Voice, voice. So I'm pointing back and forth for the callback. And then when they're comfortable, I guide them like, okay, now we're gonna all do a level 2. And then we do that over and over again until they reach a level of comfort, level 3. And then whenever I can tell they get the hang of it, that's when I'll start, all right, 2, 3, 1, and mixing it up. I am going to do more of these demonstration videos and share some more of the cueing and prompts, the feedback that I get. But ultimately, with the Parkinson's voice exercise part, it's really about encouraging them to say it like they mean it, to use intent, to show up, say it like you're the boss, projecting it to a place in the room. The rest will come. You'll find your language, you'll get the hang of it. And then importantly too, to avoid using words like scream, shout, anything like that that might have them put harm and too much stress on the vocal folds. And as usual, please reach out to me if you have any questions, but that is our first little tutorial with some of the voice exercises.